So when I saw Nimrod on the cover of this book, the only thing that came to my mind was, as soon as he shows up on the X-Men, he's pretty much going to be like,
Part 2 of my killing spree going to begin up in here on your ass right now.
And our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man doesn't just make an appearance, but he actually has to do some fighting. My name is Dorian, this is SCM Comics. We are continuing our coverage of the Fall of the House of X with X-Men number 31. So our story starts off with Synch and Talon sitting in the park. Now, obviously, if you read the last issue, you know that they're really not sitting in the park. This is in Synch's mind. Synch is hanging on to Talon because Talon pretty much got murked by a high evolutionary. But before that happened, he pretty much dragged her mind into his mind. That's something that Jean taught him. But Jean has been doing this for decades. Talon has not. Synch has not. Not Talon. Synch. By the way, since I'm wearing the Dragon Ball Z shirt, let me know who your favorite Dragon Ball Z character is. So it's hard for him pretty much to do two things at once. He's not an experienced telepath. And Talon's pretty much telling him that, look, you need to let me go because they're going to need your help. And if you're not there, they're going to die. You know, next page we see Nightcrawler and Shadowcat pretty much standing by Synch's bedside. He is still hanging on to Talon, so he's concentrating on doing that. But also, too, he manifested bone claws and tore up his bunk. He manifested the bone claws, but he didn't manifest the healing factor. So right now, he's dealing with an infection. It's getting so bad that they're actually thinking about taking him to a hospital, which we know how risky that's going to be. But then there's somewhat good news. You got Spider-Man and you got Miss Marvel, they're Oscorp towers. And they're using the High Evolutionary's biobomb, that's the thing that Talon died for, to send out the countermeasures to what Orchis did to the Krakoan drugs. Everything's going pretty good. Most of North America is already done, so that means Orchis can't use them as hostages anymore. But then all of a sudden, Nimrod shows up on the computer screen talking about, I bet you thought Orchis wouldn't notice you until it was too late, but you would have been wrong. So now the park is burning up because Synch is dying and he just will not let go of Talon at all. And Talon's even telling him, like, look, you've been stressing out your body and now I'm collapsing your mind. You can't take anymore. And all of a sudden all you hear is Synch, if you can hear me, we need you. And Talon's like, what's that? And Synch's like, nothing. That's how much he loves Talon. Like, he's willing to pretty much die with her just to be by her side. So the next page we see is Shadowcat talking to him, and she's like, look, Nimrod found Spider-Man and Miss Marvel. The machine still needs to work to clear out North America, so we need to go. We can use your help because it's Nimrod. So if you don't help, there's pretty much gonna be more dead X-Men. So she leaves and Synch is just still trying to hang on. So Spider-Man is sitting there and he's webbing up the equipment to try to help protect it because his webbing is really strong. Then all you see is a blip. Nimrod appears and Spider-Man goes flying. Then he turns to Miss Marvel, knocks the hell out of her. Then he's looking to destroy the equipment. Then you hear a bamf. So it smells like farts. So Nightcrawler teleports him down to the street level. Nimrod takes a swing at him. Nightcrawler bamps out of there, so he's just punching into his fart cloud. Nimrod's getting pissed because he was all up into that fart cloud. And he's like, where are you, demon? You can't outrun extinction. And he does like a thunderclap. So the Shadowcat comes up from the ground and goes, you got any Achilles heel, ugly? And sticks her katanas into his ankles. Nimrod goes, you're a minor annoyance, nothing more. And then Shadowcat goes, well, get ready to get trucked. Because there's a truck coming dead at him, being driven by a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man who's not being very friendly right now. But this is Nimrod, so that truck did nothing to him. And before Spider-Man can say I made a mistake, he's getting yoked up by Nimrod and is about to be torn in half until, bam, there's another fart cloud. And they land in a dumpster, which is appropriate because they smell like farts. So then Nimrod's like, you can't escape your fate, and he starts hitting both Spider-Man and Nightcrawler with some electricity. So then some normal person comes out of nowhere and goes, you giant robot, and electricity's coming at him, and then Miss Marvel has to save him and be like, dude, you don't want these problems. He's a killer. So then Kitty phases through Nimrod, and Nimrod's like, your ability to disrupt technology worked on the lesser Nimrod, Kitty. I'm the greater. And she's like, I didn't shoot my shot yet. I just wanted your dead eyes on me. And then Wolverine comes flying down out of nowhere and goes, everybody get out of here. This beast is mine. And he sticks his claws on the Nimrod. Nimrod flips him off and is like, huh, you gonna save everybody? You can't even save yourself. So then there's a break in action and we cut to the Hellfire Club where Wilson Fisk is having a meeting. He's still doing Kingpin stuff even though he's not the Kingpin supposedly. So then a cop comes in there, whispers in Wilson Fisk's ears, and he's like, everybody out. So then the cop goes, bring her in, and we see crazy Typhoid Mary doing cartwheels into the room, and we see that she survived. the mutant massacre. And yeah, she is crazier than ever. She goes, the other me did bad things. No way, don't believe her. It was Mary. It wasn't my fault. And Josephus goes, typhoid. But she just keeps going and she goes, don't know how to square this circle. In her defense, I think she thought that we were going to lose for good. And Wilson Fish goes, Mary. And he goes, I don't care about any of that. I'm just glad to see you back. And then they kiss. I want to know what story she was talking about because that's got to be a real good one. So then we cut back to Sync and Talon. Talon's like, imagine how you feel if one of them dies up there. And Sync's like, damn it, you'll die if I do it. So then Talon's like, look, Scott and Jean entrusted us with the leadership of the X-Men. We have to do what we can to save the hostages because that's the job, to save as many people as we can. So the Sync goes, I love you. Talon's like, I love you too. Now, go do your thing. And then they kissed. And then the book says the longest X-Men romance has now officially come to an end because they were together for centuries. So the Sync wakes up and it says, he pushed away the sorrow and let rage fill his heart, which is good because the X-Men and Spider-Man are getting beat up by Nimrod. So Nimrod, as he's beating up the X-Men, goes, you could have left and traveled to the stars. We might have followed, but you might have gotten away. I'll never understand you. And then Sync, doing his best Kitty Pryde impression, just phases up through the ground and goes, we don't leave because we belong. And then he's doing his best Storm impression and summons up all kinds of lightning and goes, because we say so. And he hits him with this huge lightning bolt, which brings down Nimrod, and he starts talking in code, 1s and 0s. So then Nimrod finally gathers himself and goes, pretty good shot. Is that the best you can do? And then Sync goes, no, but we have a war to win, so you get a short stay of execution. So then Spider-Man goes, a high evolutionary machine is finished. And then Sync goes, then the day is won. Nightcrawler goes, Spider-Man, would you grab our straggler? Because Wolverine is in the street, knocked out. So then Sync is doing his best magic impression now and is teleporting everybody out of there. But before he goes into his teleport, he goes, the next time we see you, you die. And then Nimrod's pissed. He just yells no and he shoots at the ground. If anybody's going to take out Nimrod, and that is a big task to take out Nimrod. But if anybody can, it's Sync. So then on the last page, we see Spider-Man goes, are we in the Rockies? Where are all the mutants with the fire abilities? So then Sync's like, all right, let's catch our breath and then let's get back to work. Rose inbound with a jet and we need to go free Cyclops. So the Nightcrawler's like, Sync, hold on. Thank you for saving us. Talon? Sync goes, no, she's gone. I had to let her go. I can't mourn her right now. I can't even think about her, not yet. Shadowcat, get word out to Polaris that the hostages are free and she got the green light. Now, let me give you a glimpse to the future. Fall of the House of X #2 is going to be the next video that we do. That book was stupidly good and I can't wait to make the video.